What's going on, guys? My name is Aldenero and welcome to episode, I don't even know, probably 88 maybe, of my Leicester City career mode on FIFA 15. We're starting this episode off with a trip to Old Trafford to take on Man United and hopefully keep our undefeated streak in tow. United's midfield has got Lingard and Nick Powell in it, which I actually find quite interesting because I doubt like those two players will be kind of on the fringes of United's first team in like 5 years. Like, their team hasn't really changed an awful lot, and the players who have made it into their team are players who are in their reserves or their under 19s or whatever it is now, and it's just kind of weird. Like, it's 5 years into the future and teams just don't seem to make an awful lot of changes with the way that they set up. Like, the Celtic team I played against in the Champions League was essentially the exact same as the Celtic team now, and it's highly unlikely that that team will still exist. That team will still be built and still playing in 5 years time. But however, we got a chance in the 28th minute through Hector Villalba, but unfortunately he didn't manage to score, even though last season that would have been a definite goal, I think. But in the 42nd minute, Man United got a move going inside the box, which led to a Wayne Rooney goal, and this really frustrated me. Just with the ease of which they passed it around the box was a little bit much. But if I thought that was frustrating, you won't believe what's about to happen in this game, as the ball gets hit towards Marouane Fellaini inside the box by, I think it was Sam Byram. Huddlestone tries to tackle him, but the ball comes to Nick Powell. His shot is saved, and then just an absolute clusterfuck happens inside the box, and Jack Butland ends up putting the ball into his own net because of this. Like, what is this reaction here? No goalkeeper in the hit. Like, it's so stupid. But we retaliated immediately with Villalba coming straight down the other end of the pitch, just not having any of United's shit, and he put the ball into the back of the net from a very, very tight angle, and I tried to pick the ball up, but he clearly didn't want to do so. So we got to go back, and now we have a whole nother half to try and recover the other goal from this game and keep our unbeaten streak going. But Villalba's shot in the 50th minute was saved, and then 4 minutes later Man United came forward with Wayne Rooney on the ball as he evades the tackle from Stephen Cocker and plays it towards Robin van Persie, who has a look up and plays it to Marek Hamsik, who goes into Daley Blind, who sees his shot saved with a very, very good Jack Butland save, which is good because, you know, that mistake that he made that led to the... It's the way that EA are like, oh yeah, no, this year, like, here's Tim Howard talking about how this game is going to be totally realistic in the way that goalkeepers react. Like, if Jack Butland reacts like that in real life, he's not going to be a future England player. Like, I'm sorry, but oh god, it's so annoying. But Robin van Persie just really did add to the misery in the 80th minute when his shot found the back of the net, and pretty much an open net as well, an easy goal for him. We end our day at Old Trafford with a tragic 3-1 defeat at the hands of Manchester United, and there's really nothing more we can say about that. First defeat of the season, unbeaten streak over, but that was an unbeaten streak that stretched over a very long period of time. I don't know how many games specifically in the Premier League overall it spanned, but it was a very, very impressive one, and I'm very, very happy with it. What's the longest unbeaten streak you've ever had in the league? Have any of you actually gone unbeaten in the league that you're managing? And if you have, what team are you managing? Do let me know. We're going to our next game of the episode. This is against Chelsea, and as you can see, I actually went with the 4-3-3 using a false 9, and that's because I never have had any success against Chelsea. I think maybe we beat them once in the second season, but I beat them in the first season, I think, but it was like, that was on world class difficulty, so that doesn't really count overall. But you know, since they really did hit 5th gear in the league, which happened around halfway through the second season, I think, Chelsea have just been the team to beat, and they've never actually lost that form. They've always been in and around the top of the table, so playing against Chelsea is always going to be difficult, as is excuse me, as is emphasized by the amount of pressure that they're putting on us here at this current time. We tried to escape from that pressure. Bertrand Traore using the Ronaldo chop, getting caught out by Schürrle, who plays it back to Nemanja Matic, who has a look up and plays it into Edison Cavani, who finds Boga inside the box. He sees his shot saved, eventually cleared away and out for a corner kick. But from the corner, we got a counter attack going with Divock Origi coming down the left hand side of the pitch. He does really well to get past the challenge of Nemanja Matic and approaches Gary Cahill, gets around him too, and then sees his shot punched away by Courtois in the Chelsea goal. Then in the 38th minute, we came for excuse me, Yeah, Koyate on the ball here. As he looks up, he plays it into James Ward-Prowse, who finds Hector Villalba, who does a fake shot and then goes for the shot, but it was saved by Courtois once more. But then in stoppage time at the end of the first half, Villalba picks the ball up ahead of Ramirez and goes for the strike from distance, and he finds the back of the net as his shot goes just over Courtois' arm. There was nothing the Belgian goalkeeper could do about that shot. Villalba's chest looks inexplicably large in that particular instance, but what an amazing finish from the Argentinian forward, because we needed a goal from somewhere in this game, and it just had showed no signs of coming because of the fact that I think the formation that we were playing just didn't really suit overall. It wasn't very good for working the ball into the box, but that was a hell of a strike from Hector Villalba, and that put us 1-0 up. And then Chelsea came forward aggressively 9 minutes into the second half, with Willian playing it to Edison Cavani, who sees his shot go well over. And then the next chance in the game wasn't until half an hour later, with the ball being kind of half-heartedly cleared away, and Pjanic got in there for the shot. But we got a counter-attack going inside stoppage time at the end of the second half, with Mike Canalete picking the ball up in a very advanced position and sadly managing to not find the back of the net from there. If anybody knows if they've nerfed the finesse shots, please do let me know, because that's how it feels to me, although I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm back on Ultimate Team, and I've been playing some Ultimate Team games, and I find that the finesse shot thing doesn't really work anymore. But the corner kick sees a goal from former Chelsea player Bertrand Traore as he makes it 2-0 and seals what was an emphatic victory over a team who we have historically struggled against. And even though we were beaten by Man United and our run is over as an unbeaten league leading team, this victory over Chelsea really could symbolise a turning point in our season. 90% pass accuracy on Legendary against Chelsea at a time where I have struggled more in games than ever before in this series, despite having a better team than ever before. And I'm just delighted with that victory. We go into our next game, which is against Stoke City, and we've gone back to the 4-4-2 for this game just because I know from experience that it works against Stoke. We've got Jonathan Gomez accompanying James Ward-Prowse in midfield. Stoke's team is very good. They've got a guy called Muratori, and that's the only reason I thought it was good, because I used to have a regen called Jimmy Muratori. He was actually a Scout Future Star guy. But yeah, no, they have a player called Muratori, and that's pretty weird. But they had the first chance of the game with Arnautovic shooting just wide of the goal. And then in the 10th minute, Hector Villalba picks the ball up and lets it run through his legs, then runs into the box and manages to find the back of the net with a fantastic solo effort. And that puts us 1-0 up, and that's 2 goals and 2 now for Hector Villalba, which is a pretty big deal because that's just pretty hard to come by as of late. However, on a sad note, he picked up an injury in the 32nd minute and he had to depart the field, making way for Jeffrey Schlupp, who came on instead of him. And we got a chance in the 34th minute from the free kick, which injured Villalba pretty much, but Benzia's header hits off the post and almost finds the back of the net off the back of the Stoke goalkeeper, but it wasn't to be. And then in the 40th minute we'd get another chance with Jonathan Gomez on the ball once more as he plays it into Jeffrey Schlupp, who does really well, but sadly sees his shot drift just wide of the post, needing to be a little bit more accurate with that. Then in the 42nd minute, Charlie Adam comes forward for Stoke and he plays it into... If Charlie Adam is still a Premier League player in 5 years time, I want one of you guys to come to my house and murder me. But in the 45th minute, Charlie Adam once more, he plays it along the box to Jimmy Muratori, or whatever that guy's name is, and his cross finds Kruse at the back post, who sees his header punched over by an informed Jack Butland. It has to be said, he was very good against Chelsea, and he's been very good in this game thus far, and that's what I wanted, considering he made such a horrendous mistake. And I thought, you know, if he was to make that mistake and then have 2 or 3 bad games afterwards, like, that would literally be it for his career. I would be selling him. Like, that's the kind of manager that I am. But no, he decided to prove me wrong, and he decided to act like a proper goalkeeper and pull off some incredible saves in the meantime, and that's something that I respect. So hashtag respect for Jack Butland. But Diouf's shot going just over in the 82nd minute, which actually led to a terrible attempted clearance from Jack Butland as he passes it straight to Torres, who lets it run through his legs, who plays it into Jamie Ness, and then Diouf's shot saved in spectacular fashion by Jack Butland. But 5 minutes later, Stoke would get yet another chance with Marco Arnautovic's cross, finding Diouf, who gets his header perfectly accurate, and Butland again has to be there with the fists to tip it over. And in the 95th minute of the game, Stoke got a free kick. I wasn't sure who was going to take it. It was rolled to Arnautovic, whose shot from distance went just wide of the post, but a very, very good effort from the Austrian player nonetheless. And the referee called time on the game after that moment. We held out under under some immense Stoke pressure, and we did pick up a 1-0 home victory against a team who are so strange in FIFA. Stoke are, like, they're just such a weird team in the sense that FIFA don't really understand that in real life Stoke are now a much better team than the way that they just boot the ball around or whatever. But at the same time, they will pass you to death in certain games, and it's just so weird. Like, it makes no sense. There's no consistency to it. But we come out of that game and we find that Hector Villalba has picked up an injury, and he's going to miss 3 weeks with that. It's a sprained knee. So that is a bit of a shame because, I don't know, like, Villalba is just a really important player for us. But on the plus side, at least we can try out some other strikers now because Villalba hasn't really been in that good of form anyway. But, that is the end of the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be much appreciated. I've been Elden Hero. Thanks for watching.